John, you ready?
Yeah, I can start. Hey, Kolby, how you
How do
doing,
I
man?
see them?
How you guys?
Do I see them at all? Well, I need to. Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me, Kolby?
Yes. How you
Okay,
doing?
doing great, man. Uh, we didn't know we were going to get a coach today, so that's
Oh
a cool.
yeah, I'm here. I'm here, babe.
All right,
Y'all don't want to talk? What's going
we do
on?
want to talk. We do want to talk.
Okay.
Well, just kind of tell us what the vibe is in the locker room going into this game against Texas.
Man, the vibe is good. The kids came out and worked hard today. Had some new wrinkles as we do every week. So they were good with the new wrinkles that we put in for this week for this specific defense, and they were ready to go.
The Texas defense, statistically pretty good, similar to
Yeah.
LSU maybe in statistic. What do you make of them?
I mean, they're good at all three levels, the D line, the linebackers, and the secondary. So, as I told the team today, we have no room for error. We got to play one play at a time and execute the details of each play.
Bobby told us that you guys were going to start presenting them information about the historical background to this series, and I wonder if that started and what you've absorbed on that so
Yeah,
far.
well, today he after practice he talked about the 1964 season and the 1969 season, and how we were proclaimed the national champions after the bowl games of the 1964 season, and how it went down to the wire after the 1969 season with I think quarterback Bill Montgomery, and he still hasn't forgiven himself for that game. So the kids know, what this game means to the university, to the state of Arkansas, and all the people who are Razorback fans.
I just got a couple more. What's Mike Washington Jr. meant to the team this year?
It's meant a lot, just he's come to work every day, hasn't missed a practice since he walked on campus. He just shows everybody how to be a pro. He's worked every day, and he's been a pleasure to have.
All right. And for you, how has game day changed since being the offensive coordinator, or just your role responsibility?
I speak a little louder. I speak a little louder. You know, um, I love it because you get to communicate with all positions. When you're just a running position coach, you kind of stay away from crossing the lines or of talking to other groups when you want to coach them up. So with this position that I'm in, I like to talk to the players and give them feedback on how they can get better at what they do.
Okay. And then with Braylon, is he progressing every day? Any update on whether or not he'll be out of the protocol and ready to?
Yes, it's still TPD, but he's looking good. He's walking around. He's present in meetings, so it's looking good for us.
Thank you.
Jackson, go ahead.
Fuller, Jackson, Fuller.
Gotcha. Hey, Colby. Sorry if there's any background music. I'm in Bud Walton Arena right now, but Coach Petrino mentioned Courtney Crutchfield. He wanted to find him snaps just from what he's been doing in practice in recent weeks. What have you seen from Courtney in practice that's warranted that uptick in playing time?
Uh, Man, he's a great player. He can play all over the field, play a lot of different positions. It's just his work ethic. He's attacked each day uh, with great attention to detail, and that was a great catch that he made in the game on Saturday. So that's just a testament to his work in practice.
Cam Settles obviously slipped on that one play. What was the message with him, after the game? Just, keep your head up, stuff like that. What's the conversations like with him?
I mean, next time I see you, I'll tell you the conversation we really had. But you can't in moments like that, you have to come through. There's no excuse for falling on the ground like that. It's wide open. That's a walk-in touchdown, and that probably could have secured the game. So definitely upset about that. Didn't hold back. That's a moment that you have to take advantage of. I don't care if you're a freshman or a senior. When you have an opportunity to go in and score and possibly win the game, you become an instant legend because you beat LSU. You know what I mean? And so for him not to come through in that moment was kind of disappointing.
What have you seen from Talon recent weeks. Anything different about him? I know Bobby said it's getting, it just gets harder with every loss. I mean, have you seen anything different from the quarterback in terms of just trying to rally the guys here the last stretch of the season?
No, it's been the same, Taylor. Everybody's really been good, has a great attitude every day at practice, in the locker room, after the games. Of course, everyone is down because, all the hard work that we put in during the practice weekend, it just comes down to the game at, the last 2 minutes. We just don't win, and just things don't go our way. So it does take a toll on the player, on the quarterback, because he's the guy that's in charge. He's the leader of the team. He's the leader of the offense of the unit. And so, I know he's hurting. I'm hurting. The whole team, the organization. We're all hurting, but this is what we do. So we got to find our way to strap our boots on and continue to work and find a way to win.
Last one for me, Kolby. Texas has given up 30 points, I think, in 3 straight games. What have you seen on film? What lets opposing offenses maybe have some success? What do opposing offenses do when they are able to put up points against the Texas defense?
They stick to their game plan. Vanderbilt was down in their game, and they just stuck to their game plan, and they came up. They were able to put points up in the second half. As you can see, Georgia just stayed to their game plan, and they did well. Florida, stuck with their game plan, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do what we do best. We'll have a few wrinkles in there, as we do for each and every team that we play, based on what they do defensively. So if we just go out there and play the ball that we know how to play, we can come out with a win.
Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach. Texas has a lot of talented linebackers. One of them, Anthony Hill Jr. Overall, what do you see on film from him and this linebacker core specifically?
Tough, downhill, physical linebacker that can make a lot of plays. He's a pretty good football player.
And then last one for me. Coach has talked about just establishing the run, and that was kind of an emphasis to start the second half against LSU.
Yeah.
What's it going to take to just get that going early on, and how does that open up the rest of the playbook when the run game is consistent with guys like Mike Washington?
We just got to do a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage, and on our combination blocks when we run inside zone, wide zone, whatever scheme that we do, we got to do a great job of having our O-line and our tight ends play across their line of scrimmage, moving them back 2 to 3 yards. We do that, then we've already gained 2 yards before we cross the line of scrimmage, and now we just let Mike or whoever's, Rodney carrying the ball, let their talent take over after that.
I lied. I guess I got one more. Obviously Rodney got some playing time against LSU. If Braylon Russell is out again, what do you expect from him against Texas?
I expect him to get the ball on the edge. I expect him to catch the ball out there in the open field, and I expect him to, if they kick the ball off, to have some yards in the kickoff return game.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach.
Ethan, wrap it up.
Hey, Kolby, sorry, same situation as Jackson if you hear any background stuff. And sorry, I hopped on a little bit late, so if any of this was asked already, my apologies. But just importance of not taking some of those big penalties on first down or sacks that get y'all behind the chains and having to work against.
Yeah, I mean, that's the killer, right? You have a drive going, and then all of a sudden you have a penalty that knocks you back 10 yards. And our goal is to score every possession, every drive. But we know that's hard, but that's what we strive to do. And we just can't do that. We got to play smart football and play within the rules of the game.
And then I'll wrap it up with this. Just since you've taken over in the role that you're in, just what do you think that you've learned this year? Personally, stepping into that role.
Well, the biggest task is leading through adversity. You know what I mean? Finding a way to encourage the men each and every day, giving them something to aim for when things don't go your way, helping them understand that you still got to get up and go to work in the morning when things don't go your way, because that's life. You know what I mean? The biggest thing that we're preaching around here is that this season, because of what has happened thus far, is going to help them later in life. They will be able to draw back on what happened here and the experience that they gain, and know that The coaches stayed on them. They stayed accountable. They made sure they were going to class. They made sure they were studying film, eating right, doing all the little things right when things don't go your way. So when it goes your way, you know, you've done everything the right way.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, man.